Welcome back to another YouTube video. Hi. Can I help you? I don't know if you guys can tell, but someone is absolutely in love with me. Isn't that right? But hi, hello, welcome back to another video. If you guys don't know who I am, hi, my name is Esme. I go by Esme IRL, and this is my dog Princess, who is greatly wanting your guys' attention. So say hi, Princess. No? Okay, hi. Okay, let me put you right here at least then, okay? So if you guys don't know, today's YouTube video is basically my February TBR while, you know, entertaining a dog at the same time. So if you guys don't know, the month of February is basically like, you know, like the month of love is what I like to call it. And so
I have chosen 5
books that I want to read in the month of February. I had 6 books originally, but then I finished one of the books. I basically finished it on February the 3rd. So I'm like, should I still include it as part of the TBR? Because I've already finished it. So you guys will see it at the end of the month February wrap up. But I thought, you know what? I'm just going to limit it to 5. And if I read on more books, then okay. I guess you guys will see it in the wrap up. But let me not stall any longer. Let's get right into the video. So the first book that I basically have on my TBR is the 3rd book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. So if you don't know, the first book, Once Upon a Broken Heart, then the second book, The Ballad of Never After, which personally I love, is my favorite. And I have the 3rd book with me right now, A Curse of True Love, and I've had it since October. I don't know why. I think it's because like around this time a lot of people were like reading it and they're like, oh my god, like I don't really like how it was portrayed. Or there was like 50-50. Like some people loved the book, other people hated the book. And I think I just got too scared to read the book. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold off. And now look at it. It's
October, November, December, January, February.
4 months later, we're gonna read Once Upon a Broken Heart. I'm so excited because I love Evangeline and I love Jack and I love them two together. I'm not gonna lie, as of right now, I kind of like Prince, what's his name? Actor? What's his name? It starts with like an A. I can't remember the exact name, but editing is making you put it here. That's the prince's name. And let's just say that this is kind of like wrapping up the 2 stories because I love Once Upon a Broken Heart. It's not my favorite, but I love The Ballad of Never After. I love The Ballad of Never After, and I always recommend it because it's my absolute favorite. So the second book in the TBR that I have is The 7-Year Slip, which is also another very popular, I want to say, book talk. I think it was part of like 2023's popular book talk on Goodreads. I'm not sure. Don't fact check me. I'm not sure. I can't find my phone to... Oh, I found it. Never mind. I was gonna be like, I can't find my phone to check it out and see if it's right or not. But yeah, this is the second book of the 5. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Ashley Paston. It follows around basically, what's her name? Follows around Clementine and how she inherits like this apartment from her aunt who unfortunately passes away, and then she finds out that there's a stranger in her household. But what she doesn't know is that the apartment connects basically 2 timelines, one who's 7 years in the past and one who's 7 years in the future. And I'm so excited to read this book. It sounds very, very interesting. The 3rd book that I have is, I actually saw this because Haley Pham showed it on her when was it? I think it was December video. I have to look, but she showed it and I was like, that book actually kind of looks interesting. So I bought Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies because I love low fantasy. I also like high fantasy as well, but something about reading a low fantasy book when you're not in the mood to read like a very high fantasy, I feel like it's like a great combination between the two. So I have this book. I believe it follows around the Cambridge professor Emily Wilde, who has looked good at many things. She is foremost expert on fairies. Basically, it follows around this professor. I believe she goes into like this random village and she has no intention of befriending the town folks, but then she finds out that she's closer to finding out a secret about the hidden ones. Either way, is this cover not so cute? I need to find something that can take off the sticker because like I would try taking it off on my own. Then I think it's because like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I bite my nails, so I don't have much nails to, you know, scratch, but I want to buy like a little thing that takes it off in one fell swoop because I swear sometimes the stickies stick, other times they don't stick. But yeah, all right, 4th book that I have on my TBR is A Fragile Enchantment, which is I think it was Barnes & Noble's YA fantasy book for the month of January, so last month. So this is a recent buy, and I know that the rest of my TBR from over there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I know that the rest of my TBR is like, why did you buy a new book? You haven't even read us. And honestly, I've read 3. So originally I went in the year with 80 books on my TBR. I'm at 76. Granted, I have read a lot of books, but I've also bought a lot of books, but I'm at 76. As long as I don't reach 100 in this year, I'm set. I'm fine. But yeah, basically, Fragile Enchantment follows around, I believe she's a the seamstress, or I don't know. I think she's in charge of making like the wedding, what's her name? The bride's dress. But then there's like this gossip column that comes out that basically she has more chemistry with the prince than the actual wife does. And so she basically has to find like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like what am I supposed to do? Like the gossip column is basically saying that I have better chemistry with the prince. Am I gonna outshadow the wife? Is she gonna hate me? Am I gonna lose my job? Basically, this is like what I'm kind of getting from what I read so far, that's like she's gonna have to kind of separate her, but also separate herself, but also at the same time she's gonna have to try to keep her job, I think. And then the last book that I have is Powerless. I have had this. I think I had this last one's TBR, I'm not sure, but I'm currently on chapter 12, so it's like still the beginning. And since I didn't finish it in January, I thought I would bring it over to February, since, you know, it's the month of love, it's romance. I love Valentine's Day. Granted, I always spend it every year by myself. Like this year I'm working on Valentine's Day, but it's fine. So I liked vicariously live through people in the books, because, you know, a hopeless romantic can only go through so many books before, you know, romance goes down. But yeah, let me be Delulu, because, you know, Delulu is the Salulu, and I vicariously lived through that. But yeah, Powerless, if you don't know, follows around Peyton and Kai. Peyton, who is an ordinary who I believe is being hunted by the king, but the king doesn't know she's in a whole ordinary. He's just hunting like the general idea of like the ordinaries are gonna take the elite's powers. And so Peyton meets a guy named Kai, who is the prince, who is also an elite, and he enforces the rule that if they find out that you have an ordinary in your family, you unfortunately get taken to like this land to. But yeah, these are the 5 books in this month's February TBR. I hope you all enjoyed watching the TBR video. I have some plans for February. I really want to read for 24 hours, like not 24 hours straight, but like how many books can I read in a 24-hour time? You guys got what I mean? But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys have down below in your guys' February TBR. I'm always happy to see other people's TBRs because I like getting more book ideas or like more book recs, although I probably shouldn't get more book recs by how many books I have on my list still. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's February TBR video, and I'll see you guys again in the next one. Bye, besties.